Hi! Movies have tremendous influence in shaping young minds and lives in the realm of entertainment, and that is the aura around this program. Welcome to the show. My name is Busola Ulu Filmist.
And I'm Alex Paris. To be a filmmaker, you have to learn the process. There is no greater joy than to see your film being showcased, and this is the platform for it. Stay with us, we'll be back shortly. It's in my
But
head.
hey, we say film is fiction and non-fiction.
Thank you. There are two sides to a coin.
So
How many things have we achieved?
Everybody on the production set has a part he's playing.
Hey, you can be part of the show too. All you need is a short film. Submit your short film and get an opportunity to be invited to our studio. Let's give you some exposure. Let's make your dream come true. Visit our website and follow the instructions. The Learner'S Cut, yet speaks volume.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying on the show. You know how sometimes we get engrossed with throwbacks? Well, in the course of the week, I found myself engrossed in one of such exercises. So I bumped into an old notebook of mine, opening it, and the first thing I saw was, film is a representation of reality. I couldn't agree with that phrase. I don't know why, but then I'm not going to be discussing this alone. Sitting next to me is an actor, director, producer, and CEO, Certified Films. He is no other person but Sadiq Sule. You're welcome to the studio.
And Daniela, who is a writer-director, and she's been on the show before. You're welcome to Learner'S Cut once again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now, the topic is film is a representation of reality. Let me welcome you properly on the show, Sadiq Sule. It's the first time we've had you on the show.
Yes.
Thanks for being always on the show. Sadiq, I'm going to be asking him first. You know, film is a representation of reality.
Okay.
Kind of have a problem with that. I don't know if it is the same notion you hold. What do you have to say about that?
For me, I really think fame is actually, yes, a part of it. It should be a part of it. Should be a reality, in fact, because people connect more with real life situations, things that's happened to them before. So when you make a film in that light, you know, it's easy to relate with. I am not so much of a fiction person, so I really believe that film is actually should be actually reality.
Should be reality.
Yeah, but I don't know, when you say reality, okay, what's your definition of reality?
What? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think reality are situations that we have faced before, or we've seen other people face before. Things that happen in our society, things we can relate with.
Right, is that your own personal...
But then again, we know every person out there wants to escape their own reality. So now this is where film takes them away from their reality and bring them into their own reality.
True.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah,
then let me get this. Film is a representation, their own reality. I'm going to take you on that word. Let me understand what you mean by their own reality.
Okay, now what do you say? I think the key word there is reality, but
Okay.
let's not forget representation. Now you can send me to go and represent you at a party. Now I might be better or I may not be as good as you, but still I'm representing you. So film to say the people who create this world are also human beings. That I have things in my head. I understand where you're coming from, but just understand that this is the whole play of words.
Okay, a play
I can
of
make
words.
my reality your reality.
Okay, then there's something wrong with that word then. The dictionary definition of reality is clear. It says something that is real.
What
as
is real?
Well, you can see where it's physical, is
as opposed to something that is just, I mean, from your own word about our own reality. Our own reality in our imaginations, that is something that is probably not even real. Now, let's take, for example, some of these films that we watch.
Superheroes.
Superheroes.
That's a good
Sci-fi.
example.
Sci-fi. I mean, an actor jumping 10, 25 skyscrapers. Please tell me, how real is that? Does this happen really in reality?
But
Listen,
if you're able to
when
create
you're
it-
talking about reality, my reality does not necessarily have to be in sync with yours.
Exactly.
You know?
What?
What I can phantom or think about in my mind or in my subconscious sometimes might be, that's my reality as far as I
Wait,
know.
you said
know? And if
subconscious.
yes.
Subconscious.
Yes.
Then that is no longer real. I mean, something in your head.
It's in my
But
head.
hey, we say film is fiction and non-fiction.
Thank you. There are two sides to a coin.
No.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Yes. Okay. You see, in another sense, I could relate with what he just said.
Okay.
When making the film, you actually create. It's like you have your own ideas, which is your own reality, and then trying to bring in facts in the film, the way you make the actors do stuff, all these scenarios that play out, is making the viewers, bringing them into your own world and making them see your own reality.
Exactly.
Why does it look as if I'm
You're
the
standing
only
alone.
one?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's what you're
wait.
saying, yeah.
I am
That's what I'm
actually-
saying. Film
for
can
me,
be-
for
like
me.
you said, the physical aspect of it, which is something you see, which is day to day, reality.
That is it.
You can use books. You
Wait,
can use other,
let-
you can even use other stories to adapt and make adjustments here and there into the way you want to perceive it to be.
But have you heard of this
Yes.
word? If you can think it, you can achieve it. So
Exactly.
if
How
I can
many
make it my
things
reality,
have we
Yeah.
achieved? How many things have we achieved?
hey.
For example, cyborg movies. How many has become reality?
I know you have a problem with sci-fi. no, that one is.
Sorry.
No, I think
no.
if
But
we go by,
that is
if we go
someone's
by,
reality, and
wait,
these
wait,
are
wait,
movies
if we
that
go
have,
by,
there are different genres
if
of
we go
film
by,
that we need to check
if we go
and
by
we need to
that
respect
word,
as well.
I personally
Yes.
think that word has a problem. Now, let's look at this word reality. I think that line, film is a representation of reality, is actually wrong. When in fact, a dozen of films have been pushed out there and they don't even represent reality. We don't even see anything that feels
Representation.
human in those
Representation is what you
films.
said, right?
Yes.
there's so
Wait,
many
we'll be
films.
right back after the break. Don't go anywhere. The Long School of Art, Film and Communication present an intensive filmmaking workshop for 30 students in 30 days. Training focus include acting, screenwriting, directing, editing, cinematography, production design, sound production, production management, costume and makeup design, producing for TV and film. For inquiries and registration, call 080-9568-3424 or 080-2321-8159. The Long School of Art, Film and Communications, inspiring creativity and innovations.
We're back. And to what you said, representation. Well, there's an adage that there's nothing the human mind can conceive and perceive that it cannot achieve. Do you agree with that?
Well, yes, I quite agree with that. The realist part of me will say, if you work it out.
In the 60s, even in the 70s, they made movies with unidentified flying objects, which are called UFOs. Do you believe in
aliens.
aliens, basically? Do you?
Aliens.
Yes. Do you believe that we're not alone on this universe?
Yeah.
On this planet? On
I
this,
can't see
you know,
anybody
yeah.
else.
Really?
You know something? You see, I in person have problems with fictions.
Okay.
I have a big problem with
So you're not alone after all.
yes, entering this world of other people's reality. I go with what everybody can flow with. So if I want to make a film, I want to make a film with what people can understand, what people have seen happen in the society. These are reality, the kind of reality that I
Thank
think
you.
film is about.
God bless you,
Not
Sadiq.
this. Okay, I think maybe the problem, just like you were trying to say before, is from the origin, from the way the whole stuff was even
The word,
arranged.
yes.
Representation.
But generally, everything in life we judge by the majority. Now, film, let's not forget film is entertainment.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, we want to escape our own reality. Now, if you take away, if you say, okay, I get where you're coming from, why do they say it's a representation of reality when
in
we're
fact,
doing something else? But then he said something, my reality may not be your reality. If my head can think it, then it is my reality. It is my place to make you believe. Come into my world.
Then I think maybe that word, that sentence should be film, it's a representation of the maker or the filmmaker's reality.
Yes.
Okay, I guess we all agree
I think
there.
we're on the same page.
Hey, I know you have a lot to say too. Join us online and let's discuss. We'll be right back after the break.
Like, it got addicted. At that period, it was constantly having sex with their house help.
The Long School of Art, Film and Communication present an intensive filmmaking workshop for 30 students in 30 days. Training focus include acting, screenwriting, directing, editing, cinematography, production design, sound production, production management, costume and makeup design, producing for TV and film. For inquiries and registration, call 080-9568-3424 or 080-2321-8159. The Long School of Art, Film and Communications, inspiring creativity and innovations. Welcome back. Every learner's joy is an opportunity to showcase what he has learned. With me in the studio is a young, vibrant, and energetic filmmaker. He is the maker of this week's short film, Scars. His name is Easy Olabode. Welcome to the studio, Easy.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So very quickly, we want to know, what kind of film is this? Is this a short film? Is this a student film or an experimental film?
Oh, Scars is a student film.
Oh, okay. So I take it that you actually went for a formal training in filmmaking.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What was the training? What was it like? What was the experience like?
Oh, my experience in the filmmaking school was very, very, very amazing. There was a lot of exposures. There was a lot to learn. It was amazing.
Okay, so 5 things. What are the 5 things you learned in film school?
5 things I learned in my film school. I like the act of pre-production, production, post-production, how to handle pressure on set, and how to collaborate with different departments of filmmaking.
That actually sounds intense. So tell me, is the filmmaking school a very tedious experience?
I won't say it's very tedious. It's tedious, but if it's something you love to do and something that is your passion, you don't have any choice than to do it. For me, it's my passion. I love all the processes of filmmaking, from pre-production to production and to post-production. It was all amazing, so I loved it.
Okay, quickly mention 2 favorite filmmakers. Your favorite filmmakers. One foreign, then another local.
Okay, my favorite filmmaker for Hollywood is Tyler Perry, because I love the way he tells his stories with filming and the content in his stories. And for Nigeria, it's Kunle Afolayan.
Thank you. Very quickly, tell us a little bit about Scars.
Scars is about a guy that was molested while he was very, very young, around the age of 7. He was molested by the house help in their house while he was young, so he got addicted with sex. Like it got addicted. At that period, it was constantly having sex with their house help after the molestation and all of that. So he got addicted. The thing got to his head while he was growing up.
That is very, very, well, that's very, very interesting, because you know why? In this climb, we always see stories that talk about molestation on the female child, but this is coming from the male, and that is very interesting. It's a good work. So tell us the challenges you faced while shooting Scars.
Wow, there was a couple of challenges, but I don't see it as a challenge. I just see it as the process of making film. Yeah, so from getting my props on set, to the lightning, to getting the perfect shot, and also the voiceover we had to go to the studio to do some voiceovers. And
so would you say this process has helped you to become a filmmaker? Would you call yourself a filmmaker?
Yeah, it has helped me to become a better filmmaker. On other projects, when pressure comes, I just see it as
you have the ability. You have the ability to handle it.
Exactly.
From the producers of the Learner'S Cut, they're saying the more you drink from this, the better filmmaker you are.
Oh, thank you very much, Learner'S Cut. Thank you.
So, let's watch this week's short film, Scars. Enjoy.
How did this all happen?
I would sometimes sneak and watch my mother bathe. I began to have strange fantasies involving her. But it all came to an end when she nearly caught me once.
Who's there?
I swore to myself that day that I would stop. The urge to view naked women never went away. Things became worse after my 18th birthday. I'd become a recluse and highly antisocial. My thoughts made me feel ashamed to make friends or associate myself with people. I preferred my own company and looked forward to the moments when I would indulge my thoughts on female body. What have I done again? What have I done? Finding release became my utmost goal.
Two things. One, how many sex partners do you have? And have you had? Two, how often do you have sex?
I've lost count of the number of ladies I've laid with. Neither can I count how often I had sex. I try. I cry, I succumb. But the worst part is, I raped my own sister.
School of Art, Film and Communication present an intensive filmmaking workshop for 30 students in 30 days. Training focus include acting, screenwriting, directing, editing, cinematography, production design, sound production, production management, costume and makeup design, producing for TV and film. For inquiries and registration, call 080-9568-3424 or 080-2321-8159. D-Long School of Art, Film and Communications, inspiring creativity and innovations.
this eventually led to her death. Bingpe! Bingpe, I'm sorry, please. Bingpe. 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 Hey, Bingpe. Bingpe. Hi.
This is deeper than I imagined. Listen, Ken. You've been through really bad times. Good news is, you're not alone. There's a support group that meets twice a month. I believe that will help you open up some more and help you transition from your painful past to a blissful future. However, you need to be in a facility where you will get treated.
Thank you very much, sir.
The Long School of Art, Film and Communication present an intensive filmmaking workshop for 30 students in 30 days. Training focus include acting, screenwriting, directing, editing, cinematography, production design, sound production, production management, costume and makeup design, producing for TV and film. For inquiries and registration, call 080-9568-3424 or 080-2321-8159. The Long School of Art, Film and Communications, inspiring creativity and innovations. Wow, Scars.
Interesting.
What do you think about that film for a first time?
Well, for a first time, I actually like the elements of film that he put in it. It's a good story, very good story. I must
And
say.
he can become better with it. But one thing I noticed with that film is that he's using that medium to explain how an early experience can form, the grown-up or the adulthood of a child.
Yes, either positively or negatively.
Yeah, exactly. So bring out your film, bring it up on the show, and let's showcase it for you. This is why we're here. So if you have short films between 5 to 7 minutes, bring it on, and then we can showcase it. Our information is on the screen for you.
Keep them rolling in, and see you again next week.
Bye.